Hello everyone, this is Fariba and this is part 5 of making convertible mittens. In this video I will show how to add flip cups to your gloves. You need to take stitches from outer side of the gloves somewhere between the thumb and fingers. I'm working on my right hand and I turn the glove to have the thumb to my right, and then I will pick up stitches. For left hand, your thumb should be staying to your left. For picking up stitches, identify the front of the stitch which lies to the right of the V, moving your needle from right to left. Slip the front of the stitch onto your needle. I've started my gloves with 48 stitches and then I folded in half, so I'm expecting to get 24 stitches in my needle. I put these 24 stitches aside for now and I get my other needle and cast on 16 stitches on that. Now we're gonna connect these two parts together. For that, having my needle with the stitches in my right hand, I will start knitting 24 stitches from the other needle, and I do knit stitches, and by this we will get 40 stitches in total. And at the end of the row again I'm gonna add another 16 stitches to my 40 stitches, and I will use single cast on method. I use my own creation of single cast on method. I hold the yarn making a big loop with 3 of my fingers, then insert the tip of my needle from bottom to the top to grab the yarn from other side of the loop and pull it through the loop. If you use this technique, you may end up with some loose stitches at the beginning of the next row, but I feel comfortable with it and I will be very careful when I'm doing my first row. You also can search and find other ways of doing single cast on method. Now we have 56 stitches in total. In the next couple of rows, you do rib stitch for the 16 stitches inside. That helps your edge from curling, and you can do any kind of stitch for the rest. I'm gonna do a couple of rows with slip stitch for sides and make a cable stitch over my cups. I'm gonna put the link for this instruction below to this video. When your piece measures at least 1 inch, you convert to the technique that we use to make loop. I get the third needle and divide my stitches into 2 equal sections as we did for body. Then fold it in half and transfer 1 stitch at a time from each needle. As I mentioned before, with even number of stitches, if you slip the first stitch from the front needle, then the instruction for all following rows will be knit 1, slip 1. But if you slip the first stitch from the back needle, then the instruction for all following rows will be slip 1, knit 1. Here I slip my first stitch from the back needle. Then in the next rows and all following rows, my instruction will be slip 1, knit 1. Okay, here I have knit about 3.5 inch, and that is almost a little bit longer than of my middle finger. And after this point we can do blocking for the cup. For blocking the cup, we're gonna use the same technique we use for fingers. So gently remove the needle and fold apart two sides of the cup. Identify the working yarn position, and from the opposite side of that, slip stitches to your needle. You need to have your working yarn at the beginning of the next row. So turn it other way and slip the other half of the stitches to your stitch holder or piece of scrap yarn, and then you bind off as purl two together. Then slip the purled stitch over the left needle and purl two stitches together again to block your stitches. Then you release the another half of stitches and block them as well. At the end, cut the yarn a little bit longer, and then you need to attach parts with that long yarn. So pass it through the loop that is been created when you did your bind off, and fix this to tied it. Then pass it through the inside of the cup and attach two parts together. While your string stays in the middle, stitch toward one side to reach to the end. At the end of the line, pinch the corner, placing your point finger on seam line and your thumb below it to create two corners. Stitch a horizontal line perpendicular to the seam line and make a small triangle. This will give you will give your cup more depth. After having enough stitches in that side, work toward the other side. In the middle, you need to leave a small gap for about 1 centimeter for bottom loop. Later I will show how to make a bottom loop. Repeat the same thing for the other end. For the bottom loop, cut a small piece of yarn, about 10 inch. Hold each end with one hand and then twist it from one side. Then bring two sides together and let it twist naturally. Then fold it in half and place it inside the gap of the cup. You need to stitch into it many times and fix it to make sure it's secure enough. At this point, you're almost done with your mittens. You only need to stitch the seam line if it's left, and then hide extra tails and put buttons to finish your mittens. At the end of the video, I will show how to add the flowers that I made on the seam line of my mittens. I hope you guys enjoy my tutorials. If you have any comments regarding this video or my other videos, feel free to leave your comments. I will be posting new tutorials soon. Stay connected with me and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day for now and stay safe until our next project.